Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Six, 2.
All aboard!
I think you all know that I've always felt the 9 most terrifying words in the English language are, I'm from the government and I'm here to help.
For what? Because I told you to.
Are police like addicted to IDs?
Get out!
Is that the thing?
Get out of the car! Put your hands behind your back! Put your hands behind your back! Now! Put your hands behind your back!
What's good, Money Train Gang? We back and we balling down the motherfucking tracks. Today, we're headed to Clarkston, Washington. Population, 7 to 8,000. Nearly 90% white. The rest, others. And as expected, while breaking down those numbers, this town reeks of pig shit. So you don't want to miss this one, fam. Stick around. Pull out your cam, push your record button, and follow me. Let's go see.
How's it going, man? I'm Officer Lores, Clarkston Police Department. Put your phone down for a second. What do you got in your pocket there? Is that just something hanging off your backpack? What is that, a hanger? What are you doing with that? Is this your bike?
Yes.
It's your bike? You got ID on you?
Why do you need my ID?
Because somebody saw you looking at cars, so I'm here just checking and see what's going on. You got ID on you?
Yeah, I do, but did I do anything?
Yeah, I'm figuring that out right now. I'll take a look at your ID, though.
You don't need my ID unless I did something.
Okay.
Unless you're taking me in for something like
Turn around, put your hands behind your back right now.
For
now!
For what?
Turn around and put your hands behind your back.
For
now!
What? For what?
Before we get started,
108, pick it up.
please review these
You're gonna
items.
You're gonna obey me, or you're
Why
gonna go
do I
on the
need to
ground.
obey you?
Because I'm giving you a lawful order.
For what?
Turn around and put
Did
your
I
hands
do
behind your
anything?
back.
Did I do anything?
Yes. Turn around and put your hands behind your back.
What did I do?
Do you want to get tased?
Excuse me?
Turn around and put
For
your
what? Do you know I work here?
Turn around and put your hands behind your back.
Do you know I work here? This is my bike.
Okay.
So what did I do for you to approach me and then tell me that put my hands behind my back?
Sir.
What are you arresting me for?
I'm not arresting you. Right now, you're not cooperating with
For
me.
what?
And you're getting
You asked me
agitated.
you asked me for my ID.
Right.
I don't have to give you my ID
Okay.
unless I've done something. What have I done?
Turn around and put your hands behind your back.
For what? Are you arresting me? And for what purpose?
I'm detaining you.
Detaining me for what? Why are you detaining me?
You're not even listening.
What did I do for you to detain me?
Turn around and put your hands behind your back.
Was there a report that I stole something?
Yes.
There was a report that I stole something.
Turn around.
You just said, hold on.
Stop.
I
Stop.
can get my phone out.
Stop.
Wait a
Stop.
minute. Why are you putting your
Stop.
hands on me?
Stop.
Why are you putting your hands?
Hey,
why are you
stop.
putting your hands?
Stop.
No.
Stop.
What?
You're gonna get
Why are you
tased.
putting
Stop.
your hands on me?
Stop.
Why are you putting your hands on me?
Stop resisting.
You are
Stop.
attacking me.
Stop
Gotta
resisting.
call some used vehicle prowling. You match the description.
Stop
Oh,
resisting.
black guy vehicle prowling?
You need to
Really?
chill out.
Was it a black guy vehicle?
Stop.
Why are you trying to take me down?
Why are you fighting?
Stop.
You are trying to force
Stop.
me. Take me down
Dude,
for no
stop.
reason.
You're pushing.
Stop.
Pushing what?
You need to stop.
Stop.
I know my rights.
Okay.
Stop.
I know my
Stop
rights.
talking and stop fighting, or we will use force.
You're using force now.
Stop.
We haven't even started.
All right, fam. Let's pause. Let's break this down because we don't want to be overwhelmed with this pile of pig shit we facing right here. So the officer makes the scene of a suspicious prowler, and he comes into contact with Mr. Domino. Gets out of his car, he introduces himself. Then he immediately asks Mr. Domino to put his phone away. And there's only two reasons why he could be asking him to put his phone away at this point. And that's because either he don't want to be videoed, or Mr. Domino don't need his hands because they're going in fucking handcuffs anyway. Then Officer Flores spots a plastic clothes hanger on Mr. Domino's side. And that heightens his suspicion somehow, because this fucking plastic clothes hanger could be used as a burglary tool. So now I have a solid hunch. That plastic clothes hanger could possibly penetrate Fort Knox. So he snatches the clothes hanger from the guy's side, tosses it on the ground. Meanwhile, Mr. Domino don't have a fucking clue to what's going on. Either he knows what's going on and he on that money train, or he just don't know what the fuck is going on, and he's like, what the fuck is going on? So the officer asks him for his ID. And of course, we know pigs are addicted to IDs, as if somehow this ID is going to speak back to this officer and relay a message that says, yeah, he been breaking in cars. Hey, perhaps it will. Depends on who you are. Like, if you like an ex-felon or something and you produce your ID to the police in a situation like this, then yeah, you could be possibly misconstrued as a car burglar. Had you, possibly been an ex-felon or some shit. And this is why the constitutional rights and the constitutional law exist. It's written to protect people in this situation. This prevents police from assuming that an ex-felon has somehow committed a crime because he was in the vicinity where a crime has taken place. That's the reason why the law exists. Or should I say, one of the reasons why it exists. So after Mr. Domino refused to hand over his ID to the officer, that pissed the officer off, because his authority is not being asserted the way that he wants it. This guy is not obeying, not complying. This guy is getting agitated. But hey, Mr. Loris ain't a dumbass. He's a smart guy. He's looking out for his own health. Because if you notice, when Mr. Domino placed that phone in his pocket and he put his hand down by his side, Mr. Loris got on that goddamn mic and he said, 108, step it up. So he strategically waits until 108 shows up, and then he goes hands on. Now, I don't know who Officer 108 is, but Officer 108 apparently had some sort of a look in his eyes, or the way that he was walking or something, because Mr. Domino went to reach back for his phone again. This time he was going to have to record these bastards, because he knew that the other guy that was coming up was full of pig shit. If you notice, Officer 108 at the end of the clip, he said, man, we ain't even got started using excessive force on you. But here's how all this shit was inspired.
This is Mallory.
Hi, I'm at the Clarkston Walmart right now, and I just saw a gentleman stop and get in 3 different doors of a car, looking around, and I kind of watched him to see if it was his, and now he's walking clear away.
Okay, and this was at Clarkston Walmart, you said?
Yeah, so I couldn't see if he took anything.
Okay.
So I'm going to kind of watch him and see if he comes back here. He was holding his keys in his hand, I think more making it look like to other people that he had keys to it.
Okay.
I'm trying to watch him to see if
Can
he
you
takes
describe him
other
to me?
cars. He's a black guy, about 5'11", with a black backpack on and like a grayish blue t-shirt.
Okay, which direction is he walking?
He is walking north at the end of the parking lot, on the east end of the parking lot. I can't see him right now, so in a minute I'll drive around and kind of watch him. But the car that he was digging in is a silver something. I don't know what that is, with a handicap sticker on it.
Okay. Are you able to meet with the officer and show him what vehicles he may have gone into?
I am.
Okay. And what's your name?
Jody Brunel? Yeah, he's clear on the other end of the parking lot, so I think he just saw that car and thought he would search through it. But I'll keep an eye on him.
Okay.
Do you know what officer?
Okay, did he open the door, 3 doors on one car, or was it 3 different cars?
He opened 3 doors on this car and was looking around in it, and then kind of had his keys up there, because there was a guy in the next spot. So I think he was trying to make it look like he had the keys to that car.
Okay.
If you tell me what officer, I can look for him, because they don't know me. In a good way.
Do you see the officer now looking for the mail? It's going to be Officer Lors.
Here you go, Money Train Gang. Right here. This is the person who caused all this bullshit to begin with. Jody Brunel, a.k.a. Scooby motherfucking Doo. So Scooby observes this black guy in this 90% white town. This black guy in the good old Walmart parking lot. And she observes him opening 3 doors on one car. And the son of a bitch had the nerve to try and fool me with car keys in his hand. Because it was another guy parked in a parking lot, parking space close by him. Looked suspicious. So she said, send some of those officers down here. Oh, don't worry. They know who I am. But the 911 operator was like, hold the fuck up, hold the fuck up. Was he opening doors to 3 different cars? Or did he open the doors on just that one car? Well, it was just that one car. But it's the part about those fucking keys. He acted like it was his car. And then her friends, who she knows very well, shows up. They attack the guy, place him in handcuffs. And here's what happened next.
119, go ahead.
Did we get any contact info on the RP?
I have her name. It's Jody Brunel, I believe, but the call disconnected when she said she knew you and she saw you guys were on scene.
Copy.
You have new mail. You have new mail. You have new mail.
Hi. Are you Jody?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have your ID with you?
I do. I'm over here.
Okay. Is,
Mom.
okay. Is that the male that you
Yeah.
saw? Okay. Can you get me video? Male that came to this bike, everything that he did. He's an employee. We've got a witness that saw him going into cars, and we just fought and tased him. So
bike right there.
That bike, male come to it. Where did he walk? Which cars?
The car that he got into was clear on the other end.
Okay.
He kinda
So you saw one male walking from all the way over there?
Clear over to here.
And that's the male that we talked to?
Yeah, I watched him.
Okay.
He got into 3 doors of that car, and then he just walked
Okay.
away and came clear over here. So I
Okay.
thought, well, that's not right.
Okay.
But the woman came over
Can you
and
start looking at that for me?
the woman came over and was
Okay.
kind of pissed, saying it was his car
jacket.
registered with him. But Jude, you say it's your car.
19's on scene with the RP.
Before he showed up, not one of you I know. I'm Brad Peters' mom.
Okay, I'm Chris.
Hi, Chris.
Just so you know, everything's being recorded.
Oh, okay. So,
So,
what did he say when you...
How many? He wouldn't say anything to me. How many cars did he look at?
Just the one. But
Just the one.
So that one car, far,
Like my pickup would
a
be
gray
parked...
Chevy Aveo, is registered to him. The same as the bike.
Okay. He could have.
Yeah, why didn't he say it?
And the moment of truth have arrived. This is what we got, fam. Miss Jody Peterson, the mother of Brad Peterson, whom I'm assuming holds some sort of official capacity in this small sundown town, because she spoke to the officer as if the officer knows who Brad Peterson is. In any event, she summons the police out here because of her suspicion of a black man. And to be honest with you, fam, the issue could have been solved right in the beginning. Because instead of this officer using his training, walking up to this guy, taking this aggressive approach, misinterpreting and misinforming Mr. Domino about what the 911 operator officially reported, because the 911 operator made it clear that, wait a minute, he's not breaking into several cars. It's just that one car. Am I correct? Miss Jody said, yeah, but he just walked clear away. So instead of this pig approaching this guy aggressively and asking, or relaying to him the true message, the officer says to the guy that we got a call that you were looking in the cars. And looking in the cars is not a crime. What the officer should have said was, we got a report that you opened the doors up on a car. And the man probably would have said, hey, it's my car. You want to see? Follow me. But yet, even after discovering that the car belonged to this guy, the officers went on to place the guy under arrest for obstruction of justice and resisting arrest. Go figures. But this story doesn't even stop there. It just begins.
This case means a lot to you. But my job is to keep the court moving and to apply the law as I see it's fit. And I have made decisions in your case, and I can tell by your eyes widening right now that you don't agree with those decisions.
Domino represented himself during the hearing. Along with the motion to dismiss charges, the court also went over motions of discovery for the upcoming jury trial.
In America, we don't believe in trial by ambush. And so we go through a period of what's called discovery in a case, and that's where we ask the other side questions and ask them to provide information so that we know what the case is and we can prepare.
Domino asked to see Clarkston police policy on stops and handcuffing.
Their stop, they're claiming that, it was a Terry stop. They claim that everything that they did was lawful. Well, I need to see what do they consider a lawful stop in regards to my charges.
Judge Kernan agreed to have this information released.
There are things that he wants that he thinks will help him in his case, and frankly, I think he's looking beyond this. He's looking at his attempt to get some money from the city instead of whether he's innocent or guilty.
We would also like to maybe see an apology for all of the injustice that he's had faced since that time.
The hearing was regarding a 34-page motion to drop charges put together by Domino.
But they needed to dismiss all the charges, first and foremost.
Asotin County District Judge Tina Kernan did not dismiss the charges and is still sending the case to a jury trial.
And here we go again. Much of the same money train game. The city doubles down on the backing of their corrupt officers. And in summing this up, let me just put this out here, fam. Mr. Domino fucked up. He had all that money in the sack. But I think that he wasn't aware of his surroundings. You're in a small town. Everybody knows everybody. And he figured that out because he was left to represent himself. Either he didn't know that a civil trial and criminal trials are different as far as you obtaining a lawyer. So my guess is that he couldn't find a civil attorney in this town that would take that case because, they all rub shoulders. And then he black too, on top of that. So he makes the mistake of representing himself. And I'm going to tell you this here, fam. He who represents himself in court has a damn fool for a lawyer. The fact of the matter is, when you are involved in a rights violation, a civil rights violation trial, or a civil rights violation incident, you can get a lawyer from anywhere in the country, and they will take on that case for free, but you got to find one that does not have a dog in the fight. Because this pig shit is real. The initial officer heard this man say he worked there. He also acknowledged that the man worked there. So it would have been so simple to detain the man. You didn't have to put all the handcuffs on him and all that shit because he wasn't going nowhere. And even if he did, you still could have tracked his ass down. But I don't think he would have went anywhere. I don't think he would have ran because he had no reason to run. Dumbass officers didn't know that, but the dumbass officers also didn't know their fucking job. Well, they know their job, but they have to perpetuate this style of policing in order to maintain compliance amongst the Neanderthals. So ultimately, what I think ended up happening here was the case was actually settled out of court, and probably because Mr. Domino realized that if he went to a jury trial in this small sundown town amongst a jury of his peers, he would have lost out on everything. Instead, he settled for $25,000. At the end of the day, it's still a payday. However, it's a drastic goddamn difference between $5 million. And he definitely could have gotten that $5 million had he obtained a civil rights lawyer, maybe in California somewhere where the attorney has no dog in the fight, has no friends, and all this old bullshit. Because you got to think about a town this small, everybody knows everybody for sure. I got to salute. I got to salute to the guy who was standing on the other side of the parking lot filming this encounter, who was also asking for those officers' IDs as he was witnessing what was going down here. Shout out to that guy. And shout out to all of the civil rights advocates across the nation, man, for holding police accountable. Yeah. So, fam, remember, when you see police activity, pick up your cam, push your record button, and follow me. We'll see you in the next city. Salute.